the last point is obey is the way. If we know, we do. We obey God. We obey his teachings. And through that, we teach others, The younger generations, our children, are to obey us as we obey God. So it's a whole linear thing from top to bottom, however you want to slice it. Obedience is the key to getting into the kingdom of heaven. Obedience is the key into getting into the kingdom of heaven, right? We obey God. Those under us obey us, right? We obey each other, because that is the only way that we can get there together, because nobody's perfect, right? Nobody was perfect. Nobody is incapable of committing sin. Nobody is incapable of doing something that they're not supposed to do. So he says in verse 5, but if anyone obeys his word, love for God is truly made complete in him. That's all God asks. Obey me, follow me, let me lead you, let me guide you. You are my creation. I didn't design you to fail. But what I want you to do is to that acknowledge me, acknowledge my sacrifice, and follow me. And I'm going to make sure that everything is going to be laid out straight. Whoever claims to live in him must live as Jesus did. You know what that means, right? Be humble, practice humility, be a good steward, and sacrifice, right? Now, we don't have to literally sacrifice our lives like Jesus did. That was one time. But we can sacrifice ourselves spiritually. We can sacrifice our time. We can sacrifice our energy. We can sacrifice our love. We can give all those things that are important to us to someone else to show them God's love. That's the only way to repay God's love. The best way to repay God in love is to love someone else. The best way to repay God for all the blessings that he's given you is to give someone else. The best way to show that you've been blessed is to be a blessing upon someone else. This whole world, this whole life, and the world that we live in, and the people that we deal with every day, it's a cycle. It's a circle. So we have to continue giving to each other and practice that circle, right? We have to continue that circle in order for us to be able to grow in God, and in order for God to be pleased, right? So those are a few of those things in verses 4-6 in 1 John. So as we continue in 1 John chapter 2, 7-8, he says, dear friends, I am not writing you a new command, but an old one, which you have had since the beginning. This old command is the message you have heard. Yet I am writing you a new command. Its truth is seen in him and in you, because the darkness is passing and the true light is already shining. 9-11 says, anyone who claims to be in the light but hates a brother or sister is still in the darkness. Anyone who loves their brother and sister lives in the light, and there is nothing in them to make them stumble.